And Jill Branson.
And we're 50 Shades of Blonde. And with us is our friend, Leslie Rogers, who is the public relations person for Salvation Army, Southern Nevada.
That's me.
So welcome to the show.
I'm 50 Shades of very platinum blonde.
Yeah. If it wasn't this, I would be this right here.
I let God do my hair. I'm very cheap about things like that.
I don't know that I'll ever get there.
That's all right.
I can't help it.
So, first of all, tell us a little bit about what you do, your role, and how we can help you since it's holiday season.
Oh, man. That's the magic question. I do public relations. So essentially what I like to say is that the uniforms that you see on the officers, that's the face of the Salvation Army. And Leslie Rogers is the mouth of the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army is one of those giant organizations, 153 years old, in 130 countries around the world. And most people say, I love the Salvation Army. What is it you do? Because we're well known, but no one knows
Exactly
who we are, what we
is.
do. In this valley, for example, we have over 20 programs. So people don't even have an inkling as to what those might include. And we could talk for about 4 hours on that. So we'll kind of skip that for right now. But my job is really to make those things known. And I also do donor relations. So people that want to give to the Salvation Army, or when I'm talking about what we do, it never hurts for me to say, and by the way, how much of that would you like to help us pay for? So that's kind of what I get to do. But Christmas is upon us at the Salvation Army. For everybody else in the world, it's coming. For us, it's here. We sent out partnership letters nearly 3 weeks ago, or 4 weeks ago actually, beginning of last month, inviting businesses, individuals, organizations, schools, media partners to partner with us in filling angel tags. We all know what those angel tags are. They represent kids that we help, and or to hold a toy drive to also help those children that we help. We have also started taking applications from families who have children that would not be able to afford Christmas for those kids. So we're doing registration at our Family Services office, 1581 North Main Street, just south of Owens, Monday through Friday from 7:30 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon for Las Vegas and North Las Vegas. And then Henderson is also taking applications, as are Mesquite and Pahrump. So people can call those individual locations and find out what days and what hours those applications can be taken. They're also looking for people to donate toys. They'll have angel tags. They will have angel trees. The Galleria Mall still does an angel tree for our Henderson location. Great. None of the other malls do that any longer. We have found that with no toy stores in the malls, it's not quite as effective as it used to be. So rather than trying to have those covered with volunteers, we can put those volunteers to use in other ways. So we no longer have those in the malls, but we have a lot of businesses that either put up an angel tree or take anywhere from 25 to 300 tags for their employees and their vendors, and then they'll make a big party and bring all those toys back and then bring them to us, or we go and pick them up. So that's a terrific thing. But for the families that need help, they need to register. They can't just show up at distribution and expect to get something if they're not pre-registered. We also, of course, have bell ringers from Black Friday, basically this year the 24th of November through the 24th of December. We have a full week more because Thanksgiving is so early this year.
Right.
So we get 5 weeks of bell ringing this year instead of the normal 4 or 4 in a day or two. So that will help us. The larger corps, generally speaking, will hire some bell ringers. They pay them minimum wage. But when you think about it, if we're paying them, we also have to do employment taxes on them, and Social Security and all the other withholdings and everything else. So a kettle location where we have a paid employee ringing a bell has to make about $130 before it's even a break even. If we can have volunteers on that same kettle, from $1, everything is profit. So as many volunteers as we can possibly get out on kettles, that's how many more people we can help. I think we said an hour of bell ringing on average provides meals for about 5 or 6 families. So imagine if somebody works a half a day. We've now fed 24 or maybe even 30 families.
That's awesome.
I never realized.
So it's a costly endeavor, but we still make money. And so it's worth it. And besides that, those red kettles are so iconic.
Oh, they are.
So if there was a Christmas without red kettles, people I don't think would know what to do with their spare
I know.
change. So this way we take care of that for them.
And I
right.
think
Here,
in
put it
a
here,
lot
honey.
of Christmas movies you see.
Yes,
See
Silver
them.
Bells. In fact, they just made
Right.
another movie a couple of years ago that was specifically about the Salvation Army. There was another one, Paper Angel, that was about Salvation Army and the angel tags and providing for kids that needed it. So it's quite an iconic thing at Christmas time. But we are busy all year round, and we need money all year round. One other huge thing that has happened to us, and I'd like to share that a little bit. We have had our family services location on Main Street, which I just mentioned, 1581 North Main. We have been blessed to be in a building owned by the City of Las Vegas for the past 15 years. The City of Las Vegas has decided that they need that building for
Oh.
something else.
Oh,
And so we have to find a place. And we found a place, but we need to buy that place.
oh,
And that place is $1.6 million. So
Right.
if anybody knows anybody that can even give a portion of that, because one thing about the Salvation Army, even with the great credit that we would have, we do not borrow money. If it doesn't get donated or we can't find it, we don't get it.
makes sense.
And we do not go into debt. So we really need some amazing donors to step up and help us out. Naming rights are on the table. You know, it would be our new family services building, and the place we've looked at is relatively close to where we are now and very, very close. I mean, it's right on bus lines and very easy access for the families that use that facility. It's our food pantry, it's utility and rental assistance, it's rapid rehousing for people who are not in a home and need to get housing. It's also where we office our Seeds of Hope program for victims of human trafficking. So a lot of things happen in that building, the majority of which are for families that are at risk of becoming homeless but have managed to stay someplace, but they very often tend to run out of money before they run out of month. So we're able to help fill their pantry a little bit. They can come grocery shopping in our Hope Pantry, which is
Aw.
like a grocery store, so they can pick out actually what they'll use instead of what somebody might hand them in a bag or a box. And so it just makes
Is all this on the website?
everything's, well, the story of the building is not on the website, but everything about what people need access to, or about signing up to help with Christmas, or signing up for help at Christmas, kettlebell ringing, volunteer opportunities, all of that is on our website, which is www.salvationarmysouthernevada.org. They can also call our main office number, which is 702-870-4430. And they can ask for a volunteer coordinator, they can ask for me if they want to give money, they can get the information about getting to the location nearest them for signing up for help for Christmas. All of that can come through our main switchboard.
Well, I just learned a lot.
I had no idea that
Yeah.
all the programs you just mentioned, I had no idea.
I had no
thought
idea.
the Salvation Army was a band that was in a parade and
That's
the
right.
bell ringers. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so much more. Free rehab, 6 to 12 month residential rehabilitation program for drugs, alcohol, and gambling
Wow.
addiction. Free to those who take part. And the reason we can do that is because we have thrift stores. Our Salvation Army family stores support that rehab. So every time someone calls 1-800-SA-TRUCK and says, please come pick up my old clothes, please come pick up my old appliances or my old furniture, that stuff is fixed and put in the stores and sold, and those stores support our rehab. So those people who go through as beneficiaries do not pay a penny for residential rehabilitation for 6 to 12 months.
Wow.
And
That's really great.
we are excited. We have a brand new store opening this Thursday
Oh,
on Craig across from Craig Ranch Park, right near
Okay.
the corner of Craig and Revere,
Uh-huh.
in the shopping center where the Big Lots is.
Uh-huh.
The other end of that center, between Dottie's and little restaurant. I'm thinking it might be one of those teriyaki places. I'm not sure. But there's a new Salvation Army thrift store opening. We're doing our ribbon cutting at 10 a.m. on Thursday morning.
That's a great event.
675 Craig Road.
Okay.
We'd love people to come out and see that.
Well,
and shop
sure.
in the new store. It's very exciting. It's
Yeah.
our first new store in almost 20 years.
Wow,
Really?
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
How many stores do we have here in town?
Well, they've just closed another. We had an old store on Boulder Highway, and it is gone. It had sort of become an outlet, like the last chance saloon of thrift stores, if you will. Every piece of clothing, 99 cents or something. But that has now closed. And we have a store on Stephanie, just south of Warm Springs. We have a store on Durango, just south of Flamingo. And now we have this new store. And my understanding is they're scouting a few places for the next year or two
Right.
to open maybe another 1 or 2 stores, but not for me to say. I don't run the rehab. I just blat on about them and talk about how wonderful they are.
So for people that want to get involved, give your information one more time to our viewers so they can get a hold of you.
Absolutely. The website is www.salvationarmysouthernNevada.org, all spelled out. The phone number for our main office is 702-870-4430. They can call that number, get to our volunteer coordinator. But volunteer opportunities, employment opportunities, including bell ringing, and partnership agreement and volunteer opportunities for Christmas are all available through that website.
That's great.
That's amazing. I'm so glad you came on because I
too.
learned a lot, and we'll put your the website up on
Right.
our 50 Shades of Blonde page for the holidays. So if all of this is new information to you and you want to learn more, I suggest you reach out and get in touch with Leslie or check out their website so you too can be involved in our community.
Can I do one other quick plug?
Sure.
Thursday night is our last monthly, for the year, our last monthly benefit night at a Macaroni Grill. 20% of whatever somebody spends at Macaroni Grill on
comes
Thursday
to
the
you.
18th from 4 in the evening till about 9. They don't even have to bring a flyer. Just mention Salvation Army, whether they dine in or take out, and we get
Cool.
20% of what they spend. And that's the Macaroni Grill on North Rainbow, just north of Lake Mead
I know
on the
where that
northwest
is.
side.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah.
So go to Macaroni Grill on Thursday night and you can help out the Salvation Army. And thank you, Leslie, for joining us.
Yes,
Missy,
thank you. It was
Jill, thank you
wonderful.
so much. What fun you are.
Thank
I
you.
think.
Thank you.
We didn't get to, y'all didn't get to say much. I'm kind of like Gracie Allen. Once you say hi, how are you?
That's
It's
good.
off to the
That
races.
makes a
That's
great
what we
guest.
want.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
right.
So thank you so much and stay tuned for our next segment.